had a dream the other night that, well, I could just say God puts things in ways that we understand it. And to me, I've had this theory about America that in Revelation, when it talks about Babylon, America is going to be that great city Babylon is going to be destroyed, like during tribulation. That's my theory. You probably have theories of your own on it. But God was just using this to speak to me in a way I could understand. And it's like he was showing me America. Like, if this was the case, here's America, how are you going to save it? And he showed me that the only way I could save it was if I laid my life down. And I was thinking, anything but that. And I was thinking of any other possibility, any other thing I can do instead of having to die. And I thought of everything I could think of, and we could see the outcome to each possibility I tried to create, and none of them led to America being saved. Nothing I did would have worked. And I even could see the outcome that we wanted, and I tried to take some of the elements from that outcome we wanted and try to put it in the present so that eventually things would work out to, I don't know, but nothing worked. And whenever I knew that there was no other way at all, I said, okay. And I got on my knees and I stretched out my hands. And I died. And God, he like moved my body and was showing me scriptures. And I laid there. And eventually he walked back over to me and he picked me back up. He raised me back up. And I showed myself to the people who knew me before that happened. And there was one girl who was, I don't know if she was like in a room praying or something, but she was like crying. I even went to her and talked to her, and she was basically like, whoa, what was it like? She was like wanting to know everything. And it's like in my vision I could see, like literally in my eyes, like through my eyes in the dream, I could see like a globe in pieces. And as I watched, the pieces were being put back together. And when I woke up, God showed me what the dream meant. Jesus did not want to die. He thought of every possibility he could think of to keep himself from having to lay his life down. But whenever he knew that absolutely nothing else would work but for him to shed his blood, he gave in. He humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. He gave up his life in fulfillment of the scriptures. And on the third day, God raised him back up again, and he showed himself to the disciples. And whenever I saw, like in my dream, that girl that was like praying and crying, it reminded me about the disciples after Jesus was crucified. They were fasting and they were in mourning. But whenever they saw Jesus again, they were filled with wonder. But he had to do this so that the world that was broken could be pieced back together.